Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's very special ABC press conference featuring the new ABC champion, Malcolm Eli. I know everybody has a lot of questions, however, we pre-collected them before today's press conference as to not make anything confusing. So please refrain from any outbursts or any outward questions, and we will get to the ones we pre-collected. So the first one, Malcolm, did you think going into the match with DeMarcus that you would come out the victor?
Um, Absolutely. I mean, you kind of have to have that confidence when going into a matchup, especially as big as the one against DeMarcus. I mean, DeMarcus has been champion since ABC started, so going in against such a high level opponent is something that you never really cannot feel as if you're going to win. You have to go in with that confidence, or else that doubt that you might have that you can't do it is going to quickly eat you alive.
Awesome. And the next question, this is a bit controversial, and I'm not sure anybody knows the answer to it, but it's a question I got to read to you. There was a hooded individual that played a part in your match. Do you know who that was?
Um, I'm honestly just as confused as DeMarcus and everybody that really watched that matchup, from the commentators to the fans to the people in the back. I mean, I I went into that matchup with no intentions of having any sort of screwy finish. When I got ready for that matchup, I didn't really even see Shooter until I started walking towards gorilla position, just because him and I don't really have the greatest relationship. So I couldn't really tell you if that was one of his plans or what really happened, but at least on my end, I don't know who it was, and I had no plans on that happening.
Okay, I got three more questions here. The first one is speaking of you seeing Shooter and Gorilla, did he congratulate you at all? Did he have anything to say about your title win?
Well, let me put it this way. So I don't know if you all, or the people, well, you all here in front of me right now, or the people watching at home who are getting to see this press conference, really watched the end of the show after the matchup was finished, because I know a lot of people immediately took to social media to just kind of complain. I got a few congratulations. A lot of the people that I really came up with in ESE and XWE congratulated me. But if you watch the end of that show, after I've already headed to the back, the other three members of Top of the Class, that being Shooter, Leo Blackwell, and Jake Lachlan, all came out and just kind of like gave a spiteful clap for DeMarcus. So he wasn't one of the first people that I saw when I went back there. I didn't even really see him at all. The only time I've really seen him since then, and still haven't gotten a congratulations or even really a just like acknowledgement of me being the champion, I haven't really gotten any of that yet. The only times I've seen him is when he's been trying to get me to sign here with ABC.
Gotcha. Very good answer. And the next question we have for you is after the show, Aaron Slade said simply, I will beat you. Do you have a game plan? Is there any new training regimen that you're on to prepare for the challenge that is Aaron Slade?
Of course, there's a new training regimen. You go into any matchup with somebody you've never faced before, and you gotta really study up on him. You know, I've been watching a lot of film on Aaron Slade. It's kind of hard not to with the way our whole wrestling business goes. He's the hottest person in like professional wrestling, but obviously there's a training a training shift. I've been focusing a lot. I'm not gonna really give away any game plans. I'd like to keep those, to myself, because this is a huge matchup. Some would even say my biggest, to be honest. But I'm gonna do my best to keep this title, and there, it's gonna take a lot to really get this title off of my hands.
Awesome. And the last question is there's been some controversy about you and contractual agreements with ABC. Has there been any development with that? You are the champion, but you're not required to be contracted and paid by ABC as long as you have a title. So, is there any kind of update there?
So this is gonna kind of be my longest answer, just because I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about wrestling, really, to be honest. It's something that I kind of grew up in, and really am just now starting to make my name in. Um, So when I signed, or I shouldn't really say when I signed, when I showed up in ABC, I showed up on my own will, like on my own time. I wasn't called to do anything. And that was the XWE ESC reunion show when I attacked Hendrix Cobb. That was just kind of, I needed to get back in the wrestling business. You know, when ABC first got announced and it really started to gain some sort of momentum, I talked to Shooter. It's well documented that I talked to Shooter about me just being in ABC, whether that was in a wrestling role and some sort of just role in the backstage production area or just anything. And I was kind of ditched. So when I came out during that reunion show, it was very much me just getting back into the wrestling business however I could. Afterwards, the talks with Shooter kind of stopped until he realized that he had something there. He had something with me versus Caleb Bowden. So I was really signed on a one match deal, and that was just to fight Caleb Bowden. If I did something in that matchup that Shooter liked, maybe there would be something down the line. And then sure enough, I got my title shot, which kind of came out of the woodworks, but the best way that it could have been explained was the way Shooter did. I was really the only person at that time that exclaimed that he wanted a chance at the title. So I got that opportunity. And then it kind of turned into a two-fight contract where it was just nobody really expected me to win that matchup against DeMarcus Foden. So then when I did, it came as quite a shock. And then it's been pretty well documented because I wanted to make it public. I wanted to just, try to just prove something really, because I am the ABC champion, and I feel as if I shouldn't be getting lowballed. See, when Shooter and I originally talked our contract out about if I would sign with ABC, I was getting offered, I'm not going to really go into the big money details, but I was getting offered basically like a 4-month contract because Shooter didn't believe that I was going to make it that long. And I was never really worried about the money. The money it's never been my main focus. My main focus has always been professional wrestling and just proving that I can actually do it. And then after I got lowballed, I just kind of took a step away. Just really went back home and just thought about it. And then I realized I'm the champion, and like you said, Nick, I don't necessarily have to sign here. So then I let Shooter know I wasn't going to accept that contract. And then he kind of scrambled. He offered me a year, and then I was still just kind of iffy on that, just because I want to be here for the long run. I want to see ABC grow, and I want to be a part of that growth. And it's taken a lot of thought, but I'm finally, kind of excited to announce that
It's all about ABC.
The ABC champion,
Haven't gotten any calls or anything.
Malcolm
Am
Eli,
I in ABC?
signing with ABC.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was today's special ABC press conference with the ABC champion, Malcolm Eli. He has officially signed with ABC. You heard it here first. Thank you all for coming.